another mind-boggling segment of Ghtv. I'm Brandon Wagner.
And I'm Levante Thompson. Brandon, have you noticed the Rams have been on quite a bit of field trips lately?
Yes, I have, and that's exactly why our news team looked in deeper into this.
Take a look.
So, people have been wondering why high school hasn't had any field trips yet, but Rams and Bridge has had quite a few. So, we went to investigate, and here's what we found.
So, Ms. Hagan, I understand that Rams has been going on a lot of field trips lately.
We've been on some, yes. Our most recent field trip was just last Friday, which we went to the Big Island Rendezvous. The Bridge group and the Rams group both went to that. Previously, we also took a bike trip to Quarry Hill, where we took the bikes over, rode the bikes over, and then did some picnicking and some hiking. Checked out the nature center and then biked back again. So those are two field trips that we've been on this year.
Were the field trips so far worth it?
I think so. One of the main purposes that Rams has is to give, for our field trips, is to give kids a chance to experience things that they have not necessarily experienced before. And it's also to build community and to work on team building. So even a trip is like going to Quarry Hill for the day. We had to work together to get there because we have some kids who are not real avid bikers, and then worked again to get back. The trip to the Rendezvous, Big Island Rendezvous, provided kids with a chance to see what it was like to live in Minnesota during the 1800s, which of course they'd never experienced before because they weren't living back in those days, right? So they got to see what fur traders looked like, what the housing looked like, how women dressed, how they cooked, how they ate, things like that. So it provides them with a learning opportunity as well as some fun.
What are some field trips you plan on going in the future?
We have a big one coming up, our annual whitewater trip. We'll be going to that next week, we go camp at the Whitewater State Park in their camp there in the cabins. We stay 2 nights and 3 days. So we work on building community there, team building. Kids help cook, clean. We do some classes, learning activities, fun things, some relay races, hiking, all that good stuff.
Sounds like fun. Thanks for your time.
Well, thank you for talking with me.
This is Shane. I'm here with Maurice. So Maurice, have you noticed that all the Rams kids are going on these field trips while high school and Bridge haven't had one yet?
Yeah, I have.
And how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel kind of sad because we don't get to go see the world like the Rams kids do.
Me too.
That's what I'm saying.
If you could pick one place to go for a field trip, where would you go?
I would go to Quarry Hill. Yeah. Beautiful nature. Just a legit place to be.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
No problem.
One of the things that comes up often in high school questions and middle school questions about field trips, and why is it that one group goes on a field trip and another group maybe goes on a different field trip, or why is it that one group goes to Whitewater and maybe another group doesn't. And a lot of the cost comes down to, one, the size of the group. In regards to Whitewater and renting cabins and so on, it costs so much money. The other is busing. I don't think students often realize how expensive school buses are. And if you go on any kind of a trip, you're paying for the bus, but you're also having to pay the driver for the amount of time that the driver has to sit and wait to haul the students back. So busing is a huge expense. It's a problem not just for us at Golden Hill, but also for other schools in the amount of field trips. Field trips, as I've worked in the district, have gone from a fair number of field trips every year down to almost virtually nothing through the years. So we're trying to work up some ways in which we can take some trips that are less expensive, that don't cost a lot. We don't have PTA money like some buildings do. We do try to sell some things and kind of have some cash on hand for trips, but it is very difficult. So we do have some ideas of what we might be able to take. Our vans to haul kids. Maybe we could have a teacher that is certified to drive a bus. That might help a little bit. So we're trying to come up with some ways so we can do some field trip kinds of things in the future. You know, the end of quarter celebrations are things that we do that other schools do not. even though we're not necessarily leaving, it does give us a kind of an activity. So we understand it would be great if we could leave the campus and do lots of different things, but money is the bottom line, and we just don't have a lot of it.
So there you have it. Now we know why high school hasn't gone on any field trips. Hopefully now we'll be able to plan a couple out for ourselves.
Well, that cleared the air of some questions. Speaking of questions, have you ever noticed that noises by the lunchroom?
You must be talking about the daycare. It's a very helpful resource for the students, actually. Here, take a look.
Do you know that some of the students here have children? They use the Golden Hill Daycare Center. If they didn't have a daycare, then the students wouldn't be in school. So we're going to be interviewing some people. So here they are.
All right, we're here with Yvette Rodriguez. Yvette, I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
All right, when you have your child, do you plan on using GH daycare?
I was going to, but I decided I was going to leave it with my mom. My mom was going to help me take care of the baby. Yeah, my mom wants to take care of it. I was going to use it, but my mom was like, no, you should leave it to me. I want to take care of it. So I had changed my mind. I'm going to leave it towards my mom now.
Would you feel more comfortable having the baby closer to you?
Yeah, I would. But at the same time, it's not that I don't trust the daycare. It's just like seeing babies get, like some daycares, they don't take care of the babies well. And since I haven't been in the daycare and haven't interviewed the people there, it's kind of hard for me to get there at the same time.
All right, last question. When are you due?
I'm due December 5th.
All right, well, best of luck to you, Yvette.
Thank you.
Hi, we're here with Sierra, and we're interviewing her about the daycare today. What do you think about having a daycare at school?
I like the daycare at school because I can do my work and see her throughout the day.
If you worked in the daycare, do you think you would enjoy it? And if yes, what are the reasons?
I would enjoy working at the daycare. You do get a lot of experience working with babies, and I would be able to see my own daughter, which would be kind of cool.
How do you think the daycare has helped you in the school year?
I can work on my homework and not be interrupted by my daughter, which is a huge plus.
We're here today with Amy in the daycare. We're going to ask her a few questions. So, Amy, what's your role in the daycare here?
My role is to, first of all, take care of the children, and then I also make sure that we have all our files in order for licensing, supervise students, and that's about it.
Do you enjoy your job here?
I love my job.
Do you love kids?
I love kids.
Well, how do you think the daycare helps the students?
Yep, because I think it's nice for the parents to only have one stop, and to have the kids here with them at school is hugely helpful.
From what I hear is most of them can't go to school unless they have the daycare here.
That's probably true.
And how many children are here in the daycare?
Anywhere between 6 and 12 usually.
6 and 12?
Yep.
Do you think it becomes a big handful?
There are days when it gets pretty busy in here.
But you can always handle it, right?
We can always handle it.
All right, well, thank you for your time and you have a nice day.
You too.
Well, these were some interesting interviews. I love working in the daycare during the day. The staff is doing a wonderful job. Keep up the good work.
That was a short and sweet.
A baby, yes.
No, I was going to say a segment.
Sure you were.
Well, here's another short and sweet.
Baby.
No, segment.
Welcome to another version of the Z-Bart Minute. As you may have seen on the last episode of the Golden Hill Action News, there was discussion about Golden Hill moving the school, the alternative school, moving to another site here in Rochester. Well, at this week's school board meeting on Tuesday night, the school board approved the purchase of a new building. So we are officially going to be moving. This will be the last year that Golden Hill Alternative School will be at this site. Starting the first day of school next fall, we're going to start at a location that is, the building is known as the Rochester Market Square building. It's a little further south on Broadway. It's very close to the Channel 1 food shelf and back in that little area, and we're very excited. It's going to be it's a very new building. It'll be totally remodeled inside to meet the needs of our programs and students. So we will keep you posted, and hopefully Golden Hill Action News, maybe we can get people down there during the school year and give updates to the students as we progress through the winter and remodeling begins. So it's going to be very exciting. I know there's going to be some sadness leaving this site, but I'm excited for the future of alternative education in Rochester.
All right, breaking news. We will no longer be filming Z60 for the remainder of the year.
Oh yeah, yearbook. You may have noticed people taking pictures for yearbook. Don't worry though, we are only preparing.
Hola, Golden Hill. It's just me here, your favorite Save Your Pocketbook from an Evil Corporation, Logan Bush, friend. And I'm here to tell you guys about October 27th's free Senior Picture Day. What's that, Logan? That is a day upon which the seniors of our school, if they talk to Miss Nelson, room 5, about details, can show up at their designated time, and she will take you to the area upon which we will be getting our photos, and you get your pictures taken for free. And then all that stress that you save from not having to worry about paying for it or not having to worry about figuring out what time can then be used that you can put it towards your daily drama and schoolwork. School drama. Thank you for hearing me out, and I hope you take up this wonderful, great, and free opportunity. Hola, senor. Bye-bye.
Just notice that we actually will be filming Z60 for the remainder of the year.
Well, that's good news. Also, you know, what's also good, having a car.
Yes, cars are a very useful resource for teenagers and throughout your life, but they cost a pretty penny.
Pretty penny.
Yes, it is quite a beautiful penny.
The average cost of ownership for a car is $5,000 a year. Let's see how much our students pay for insurance and gas.
I'm Cassie. I'm here with Devin. I'm going to ask him some questions about his car. So, Devin, how much does your car cost?
It was about $1,560, yeah.
That's a good price.
It is. It's pretty decent.
How much do you spend on insurance?
Insurance is about $70 to $80 a month, so it's kind of spendy.
Not even as much as everybody else.
Well,
how much do you spend on gas a week?
about 40. No crazy gas prices, but
Right. But you have to get to and from places.
exactly.
True.
Work, school, all that.
Thanks for your time, Devin.
You're welcome.
Hi, Logan.
Hola, senora.
So how much does your car cost?
I actually got this for free from my sister when she got her new vehicle. So, I got pretty lucky.
So what was her new vehicle instead of this?
An Oldsmobile. It's like a minivan like thing.
Really?
It's crazy.
So what's your insurance like?
My insurance, actually, because of my grades and my not getting in an accident yet, it was actually only about $400 every 6 months. From what I hear, it's a pretty good deal. For male.
For male? So does it differ between female and male?
Females usually get it cheaper than males. I think it's because they like to show off the vehicle. I don't know. It's starting to level out now, though, because of texting.
So how much money do you spend on gas a week?
Depending if I'm coming to school, it's about $40 a week, because all that. But usually, if there's no school, it's only like 20. So it's really nice. It's only a 10-gallon tank. I only fill it up halfway. So it's pretty nice.
Nice chatting with you.
Nice chatting with you.
Wow.
This is Justin with Chris. I asked him some questions about his car. So Chris, how much did you get your car for?
I got it for free.
For free?
Yeah.
How did you end up doing that?
My dad got it for me.
All right. How much you pay? How much do you pay for insurance?
I think it's $80 a month or $400 for 6 months.
How much you spend on gas a week?
$25 a week.
25? That's not bad. All right. Thank you for your time.
Oh, those prices don't even compare to the average prices of gas and insurance. The students on average pay $25 a week for gas and only $80 for insurance.
Well, that just made me reconsider some things.
Like you're tired for the day?
No, like what Lois talks about today in Lois Life Tips.
Hello, students and staff at Golden Hill. Another moment of life tips. Change. What does that mean? Change in my pocket? Change within me? Change outside, around me? Change can mean a lot of different things to different people, but here's some tips on thinking about changes in your own life. Take a step back. Do a little reflection. Consider. Ask yourself some questions. Am I doing things that work for me? Am I moving towards some goals, or am I making some decisions that are stepping me away from my goals? Change. It happens for all of us, inside and out. I'm going to suggest that you Google a poem by Portia Nelson. There's a hole on my street. Take a look at the different chapters and where you might fit. And hey, remember, your future starts today.
Well, Brendan, I guess you're right. That was helpful.
Aren't I always right?
Hey, no hats.
Oh yeah, Mr. Zebart's new rule.
Oh yeah, no hats, zero tolerance at all. By the way, from us to you, we hope you have a smooth day, smooth as a baby's bottom.